Hey all! As y'all know by now, we do Star Wars videos every year through the month of May. This year is no different. We will be continuing our tradition. This video, however, is a recap of the last 2 years for an easier viewing experience for newer viewers. We're also doing a double upload today. The other video is to bridge the gap between last year's vids and this year's. So, I recommend watching this video first if you're not already caught up, and then watching today's other upload, so that way you're all ready for next month. Also, I have come a long way since we began this series, and so the early Star Wars videos are a bit iffy when it comes to audio balancing. Just keep that in mind, and if enough of you want it, maybe we can remaster those older videos at some point or something. Just let me know in the comments. That's all I have for you, though. Let's get into the compilation. Good evening, Coruscant, and welcome to the inaugural broadcast of the Coruscant United News Team, name under review, your new go-to for all things news. I'm Bowtie, and despite my speeder being a convertible, I still had to call Space AAA today to recover my keys. Our top story today features the Queen of Naboo herself, Padme Amidala, and what she doesn't want you to know. First, though, let's cut over to our weather correspondent in the field. Hello, Jenna Vane. We're ready for your weather and traffic report.
Hello, Bowtie. As you can see behind me, the weather is clear due to Coruscant's augmented weather system. As for the traffic, it's as busy as ever. At least the air traffic lanes set in place serve to prevent backups and collisions. All in all, paradise on Coruscant, just like always. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Jenna. Now, on to our breaking news. According to our research, 2 Jedi Knights were sent to Naboo to put an end to the current blockade by the Trade Federation. Well, we have received a tip that the Jedi brought Queen Padme Amidala with them back to Coruscant. Now, take a closer look at their arrival, caught by a nearby CCTV camera. Right there, an unknown child exits the ship along with them. We do not know the identity of this child, but by submitting a Freedom of Information Act request, we can see that the ship made an unscheduled stop at a backwater planet in the Outer Rim, locally known as Tatooine. Now, everybody knows those planets in the Outer Rim abide by their own laws. So, the Jedi head out to Naboo, pick up the Queen, and return with a child from a planet known for crime and trafficking. Does Padme Amidala engage in the slave trade? Well, it certainly seems so. Coming up, we conclude today's broadcast with an ongoing story our team has been looking into. But first, a word from our sponsors.
Don't you hate it when you're traversing the canals of planet Thune and suddenly you get swarmed by a barrage of annoying insects looking to feast upon your lifeblood? Yeah. Me too, but now there's a solution. Nazgorigan's patented bug repellent, made with a secret formula designed to drive the pesky things away. Nazgorigan's patented bug repellent is your salvation to a happier, bug-free existence. We even tested it on ourselves to make sure the products we're advertising are legit. We tried it on ants, we tried it on gnats, we even tried it on Geonosians. It was super effective! Especially against the old fossil Poggers the Lesser. Nazgorigan's patented bug repellent, guaranteed to make the little critters buzz off. How many would you like? All sales are fine when the product is non-refundable if you discover your bug spray is actually swamp water. Well, you're buying from a con man. What did you expect?
Mom, my Womp Rat tastes bland! Mine too! There's no flavor! Is your pantry as barren as the landscape of Hoth? Yeah, how'd you know? Well, worry not, you struggling single mother of 2, you. Try this. Wow, is this what I think it is? That's right, spice. Mined from the luxurious deep pits and mine shafts of Kessel, these spices are one of a kind in flavor. Expertly handled by their vast group of slaves, I mean, unpaid workers who totally aren't held there against their wills. These spices will wet your whistle and give you the drive needed to make it through the day. Hell, They might even encourage you to attempt to beat the current Kessel Run record of 16 parsecs. And don't worry about any mobs or criminal enterprises. The Pikes are kind and upstanding citizens. When asked about the spices of Kessel, one reviewer said, "We'll be sent to the spice mines of Kessel, smashed into who knows what." And another said, "It's a death sentence. It's just that good. So spice up your cooking with the spices of Kessel." And as a special promotion, the first 10 callers to call in after this ad will win a one-way, all-expense-paid trip to Kessel. Take in the barren, rocky scenery, or attempt to breathe in the less-than-ideal air, while you see various ominous mining structures dotting the landscape. It's so nice, you'll never leave. Call now. 1-866-YOU'RE-GONNA-DIE. That's 1-866-I'm serious, you're never leaving. Once again, 1-866-They can and will kidnap you and force you into slavery. Call now! Now to wrap up today's broadcast with an ongoing story. A story our news team has been, as far as we know, the only ones pursuing these observations. A member from our news team, which their identity shall remain anonymous, snuck into the Jedi's literal ivory tower and has discovered something troubling. They have cubes filled with the locations and identities of various children across the galaxy. With this finding, as well as what we saw in today's other story about the child arriving with Padme Amidala, our news team has come to only one conclusion. The Jedi could be a secret kitty diddlin' cult. So, if a Jedi, possibly looking like this, appears at your doorstep and demands your child, and promises them a life of laser swords and swashbucklery, perhaps it's best to not give in to their heinous demands. Then again, no matter how much we spread this revelation, the Jedi are too big to fail, so it may not do much good anyway. Regardless, I'm Bowtie, saying good night, and thank you for tuning in. Good evening, Coruscant. It has come to my attention from my higher-ups that the Coruscant United News Team is indeed not an acceptable name due to a potentially problematic acronym. Fear not, though. We have implemented the necessary changes to make our news network more family-friendly. So, welcome to another broadcast of the newly rebranded Bulletin of Intelligent Teams Coagulating Henceforth, your new go-to for all things news. I'm Bowtie, and with the Clone Army's creation, I, luckily, dodged the draft. Surely that acronym is better, right? Yeah, looks good to me. Speaking of the Clone Army, our top story today features them, as well as some contradictory information surrounding their origin. But first, let's check in with Jenna Vane, our weather correspondent in the field. Hello, Jenna. How's the weather and traffic looking today?
Good evening, Bowtie. Once again, we have another clear, sunny evening, thanks to Coruscant's augmented weather system. As for the traffic, nothing is out of the ordinary once more. Wait, we have something. Well, don't just stand there, capture that! It appears to be... Yes, 2 Jedi are engaging in a high-speed chase. Quick, get our cameramen all around them, catch everything. They're driving absolutely crazy. They're weaving in and out of traffic. Why would anyone drive as reckless as they are? Okay, they're finally stopping. We're going in for an interview. Mr. Jedi, can you tell us why you went on this dangerous joyride?
That was some shortcut, Anakin. He went completely the other way. Once again, you...
Wait, what's he doing? This just in, one of the Jedi just jumped out of the vehicle. He's falling. Wait, no. He landed on another speeder, and now he's hijacking it. There's fire, so much fire. The speeder has crashed. Repeat, the speeder has crashed. No sign of the Jedi anywhere. I I think the excitement is over. Back to you in the studio, Bowtie, I guess.
Wow, an exciting day today, huh, Jenna? That's almost unheard of here. Now, yes, to me, that looks like Anakin Skywalker in that speeder. My, who is this Anakin guy? Perhaps that's a topic for another broadcast. Well, thank you for showing bravery in the face of danger. Now, on to our breaking news. As tensions are arising and the galaxy is on the brink of war, an anonymous source has tipped us off to a clone army seemingly created overnight to aid the Jedi in the upcoming conflict. The tip has included information on their planet of origin, a place called Kamino. Now, since the Jedi are the only ones who should know of this information, it stands to reason that the Jedi have a whistleblower among their ranks. However, after submitting another Freedom of Information Act request, we have acquired access to their star charts, and Kamino is nowhere to be found. If the planet can't be found, are the Kaminoans actually real? Where did the clones originate from? How do you lose a planet? Well, an easy way to lose a planet is if the planet never existed in the first place. That's right. We here at the Bulletin of Intelligent Teams Coagulating henceforth do not believe that Kamino actually exists. However, we could be wrong. Finding the planet, if it does exist, could give us hope, though. Hope, unlike your second marriage, Tina. Yeah, I know you're watching this. I want my damn loath cat back, Tina, you stupid bitch! I have been informed that my actions and swearing on live television was not cash money. So, I apologize for my outburst. Coming up, we conclude today's broadcast with an update to our developing story about the Jedi. But first, a word from our sponsors.
Are you a joker, a smoker, a midnight toker? Well, then you're in for a treat, made with a variety of all-natural flavors and encased in a sleek, see-through tube. Desserts can be your next addiction. Only available on the Black Market Back Alley Pubs, of course, and Underworld. And here's to Death Sticks, the solution to... cause of all life's problems.
Are you a handy person who wants to make a difference? Someone who's good with heavy machinery? Perhaps someone who wants to build up Coruscant into the glowing metropolis it is and always will be? Well, look no further than Sector 943, the Works. Looking to start a career in engineering? Searching for a secluded place to meet up with your less than ideal business mates? Well, we have a place for it all. Join one of the various manufacturing facilities in the district and help build Coruscant into a better tomorrow.
Now to wrap up today's broadcast, a continuation of our ongoing story. We talked last time about how the Jedi have cubes filled with the locations and identities of various children across the galaxy, and how they may secretly be a Kitty Diddlin cult. Well, it has come to our attention that Jedi Master Plo Koon has abducted a child for himself. According to our research, the child in question is a Togruta female named Ahsoka Tano. Hopefully she's smart and won't get too wrapped up in this disgusting cult. But that's all we have for today. I'm Bowtie saying goodnight, and thank you for tuning in. Good evening, Coruscant, and once again it has come to my attention that the acronym has become problematic. So we are renaming our news team once more to an acronym that cannot possibly be taken in any problematic way whatsoever. So welcome to another broadcast of the Journal of Articulated Rapscallions, a journaling amongst the Republic, your new go-to for all things news. I'm Bowtie, and isn't it weird when the same guy walks into your place of work at the same time because you may or may not have, drunkenly stumbled into the Jedi Temple one night and borrowed a weird glowing cube and found out that EDP and Mini-Lad are apparently Jedi? Hypothetically, of course. No? Just me? Alright then. Hey, that's mine! Haven't you ever heard of Finders Keepers? Bah. Whatever. Well, in other news, Trace Martez, the mechanic and up-and-coming podcaster, rated our show a solid 3 out of 4 stars. Therefore, the people clearly want more. So we're happy to announce our official website, where you can get all sorts of exclusive footage and content for the low, low price of free. Content like you've never seen before. And we're so proud of our rating that we incorporated it into the website URL itself. Just visit the Journal of Articulated Rapscallions, Journaling Amongst the Republic, with a rating of 3 out of 4 stars.com now. That's JARR34.com. Now, with that out of the way, our top story today features a skirmish on the planet Ryloth and what Cham Syndulla doesn't want you to know. But first, let's check in with Jenna Vane, our weather correspondent in the field. Hello, Jenna. How's the weather and traffic looking today?
Good evening, Bowtie. Even though the war is in full swing, and we've seen an influx of refugees from all over the galaxy coming to Coruscant for safety and security, it appears the traffic has not been affected much. It may take a smidge longer to get to where you're going, but all in all, everything appears to be moving as smoothly as ever. As for the weather, once again, the augmented weather system is holding up and creating clear skies for everyone here. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you once again, Jenna. Now onto our breaking news. As the Techno Union invades the planet Ryloth, we instead turn our attention today to the Twi'lek resistance leader Cham Syndulla. As you can see from our news cameras, he is all over the battlefield. He really has that orange loaf-cat energy. But does he eat like an orange loaf-cat as well? Does he eat the space lasagna? We all know by now that when an invasion happens, the first thing the Separatists tend to do is to set up a blockade of the planet, because they like to play the soy jack coward role and weaken their enemy before attacking, unlike us Chad Wojak members of the Galactic Republic who race into battle head-on to secure a better tomorrow. Regardless, if the planet is blockaded, then the natives should be on the brink of starvation by now. But Cham Syndulla is clearly far from it. Is he hoarding food for himself during this crisis? One can only speculate at this point. I suppose at least he's putting those calories to good use. Fear not though, we here at the Journal of Articulated Rapscallions, Journaling Amongst the Republic, believe in second chances, and are willing to change our stance on Cham and all of Ryloth if they decide to join the Galactic Republic after the conflict subsides. The Galactic Republic, the only correct choice here. Coming up, we conclude today's broadcast with another update to our developing story about the Jedi and how they are a kitty-diddlin' cult. But first, a word from our sponsors.
Hey, ever wonder what gives Jedi their magic? It could be those midichlorians. But let's be honest, it's probably those spicy glow sticks. And I know just the glow stick collector. General... Oh, I can't say that. Fine. A nondescript collector of glow sticks, and he's here to sell. Now, why would he be selling them? Well, no collector wants to have duplicates, and he wishes to spread his hobby among the people so they can participate in glow stick possession. And come on, if we're serious, who wouldn't want a glow stick? Jedi nearly die as young kids on a planet colder than your mom for them. Now I know what you're thinking. Can it make activities easier? Well, many activities can be made easier with these glow sticks, such as
Petting,
healing,
flower
debt collection,
seeing,
mugging, walks
terrorist
on the
attacks,
beach,
and so much more.
perfectly legal activities.
You can have this and more after you bid at
Nondescript
Grievous's
collector.
auction house, where he's practically giving them away. Bid now.
Participating may guarantee you a trade of the Republic, your PP will get smaller, you may lose out on being a cool bounty hunter, and the Jedi might try to kill you. Side effects for lightsaber possession may include, but are not limited to, being stabbed, being burned, Dark Lord electrocution, a rash on your neck, sudden domain expansion, fear, hate, anger, perhaps the dark side, among us brain rot, and reckless behavior. Please contact a medical droid or medical professional if you suffer from any of the side effects above.
Are you struggling with your finances, looking to get an extra bang for your buck? Maybe trying to save up for your child's college fund? Or just want a nice night on the town? Well, the Banking Clan has the answers you've been looking for. After seeing the struggle you all have had during this very pressing time with the war, we have gone above and beyond for your own satisfaction. Partnering with the cloners on Kamino, we have developed a new solution to your financial burdens with the currency Clonatron 9000. You simply put your currency in the little slot here, press the button, and 2 coins pop out, the original one you inserted, and a brand new cloned coin. And don't you worry, it's eco-friendly. There's no waste byproducts whatsoever. So, clone your currency to cripple, create a long-lasting economy. The currency Clonatron 9000, patented by the Banking Clan, because the Banking Clan has your
Wait. Stop the ad break. Hold on. These ads are obviously separatist propaganda. Which one of you idiots approved of this? You did, sir. I most certainly did no such thing. Remember last week, though, when I brought the data drives up to you to be vetted, and you said, quote-unquote, just put it on the air, it's not like any of those criff-faced cantina rats watch the ads anyway? Oh. Well, we all make mistakes in the heat of passion, Jimbo. Why are you filming this? Wait, what? We're live? Oh, okay, places. Alright. Now to wrap up today's broadcast with our ongoing story. It appears that the Jedi cult is indoctrinating more and more children every day. However, we will not be naming any of them. We kind of got a small, teeny tiny little lawsuit for doxing a minor. You know how it be. We've seen a plethora of cults over the years, and they very rarely end well. Take Paradise's Entrance, for example. Let's just hope the unlikely outcome of everyone escaping with their lives actually comes to pass this time. That's all we have for today, though. I'm Bowtie saying goodnight, and thank you for tuning in. Good evening, Coruscant. Now, I haven't the foggiest idea how, but yet again, the acronym has become problematic. So we are once again forced to change it. So welcome to another broadcast of the team of independent theorists theorizing your new go-to for all things news. I'm Bowtie, and I have a new decoration to add to the set. Behold! I think this Republic flag will do nicely. It really adds to the studio, right? Yeah, I can see this being a staple of our news team for decades to come. Now, our top story today features Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. We have received word that he was sent to the planet Utapau to confront Droid Army General Grievous. That story followed by another update of our ongoing story, and a new segment to our show. But first, let's check in with Jenna Vane, our weather correspondent in the field. Hello, Jenna. How's the weather and traffic looking?
Good evening, Bowtie. Once again, the weather is nice and clear, and the traffic is as normal as ever. We did have an incident earlier today with a Providence-class destroyer named the Invisible Hand. The ship fell from orbit during the shootout above the planet this morning. Fortunately, no casualties were reported. Back to you in the studio, Bowtie.
Thank you, Jenna. Now, onto our breaking news. Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi was reportedly sent to the planet Utapau today to confront Droid Army General Grievous. If Obi-Wan can pull this off, we may bear witness to the end of the war. We here at the team of independent theorists theorizing Yo wholeheartedly believe in the Jedi. They are too big to fail, after all. Thanks to Trace Martez and her high rating of our studio last time, we have acquired the funds to expand our reach. So we now have cameras everywhere. We see everything. So let's tune our cameras into the skirmish on Utapau and see firsthand how the confrontation goes.
Hello there.
General Kenobi!
Ha 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 ha! Classic Obi-Wan.
Attack, Kenobi!
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
So uncivilized.
And there you have it, folks. It appears the war will be ending sooner rather than later. Like we said, the Jedi are indeed too big to fail. Coming up, we conclude today's broadcast with our ongoing story about the Jedi and their kitty diddlin' cult, as well as our new segment. But first, a word from our sponsors.
There you are, enjoying your day on the upper floors of Coruscant, nice glass of Rhodian spice in hand, when suddenly an A-class battleship crashes right in front of you. Worry no more, because I'm Dan Danny and I can guarantee my insurance will keep any galaxy-wide civil war away from your bank accounts. With Coruscant Cruiser Care, you can kiss those scary thoughts of separatist invasions and random falling ships away due to inadequate politics. You're covered. Insurance does not include bounty hunters, Wookiee travel parties, space wizards with a grudge against you, Harrison Ford and Fedora, or the eventual fall of the Republic.
War never changes. Except for when those cringe wizards show up with their absolutely BS abilities and even more BS glow sticks. Well, I've got a solution for us. New tools. New weapons to fire at the Jedi. Oh yeah, new tools. But not like that one. Not like that one either. Try again. Oh, come on, those guys would never do the job. Try one of these. This bad boy can take out a Jedi by firing multiple projectiles at the same time, not allowing them to block, deflect, or hide behind flimsy cover. Instead of using blaster bolts, they use shells. And inside of these shells are a bunch of metal balls. Trust me, the Jedi hate getting hit with these balls. Now, these shells can come in many forms. Some can fire fewer but larger balls. Some can fire one larger ball, and some can fire many small balls. Ever want to commit heinous acts banned by all planetary laws? Well, with one of these bad boys called Dragon's Breath, which allows you to cast Fire Aspect, dropping multiple balls in the up whilst catching them on fire. That's right, Jedi. You may have a glow stick and BS magic, but good luck blocking this wizard boy. Now I know what you're thinking. Are they legal? Do Jedi like them? Why my pee-pee itch? And what does the Republic think of these? Hey, stop asking so many questions. Just buy one for yourself and find out.
Now, for our news segment with our war correspondent, a little lost in the sauce.
Hello, I'm a little lost in the sauce reporting from Megiddo. Well, we're getting reports from all over the galaxy that the CIS is in near full retreat. With the last Confederate general, Grievous, on Utapau, along with the rest of the leadership captured, killed, or MIA, these are starting to look like the last battles of the war. Now, unfortunately, I could not get an interview with the Jedi General in charge of the invasion of Megiddo here. I may have made an insensitive comment about his head. Although, I did get some interviews with some of the clones. They kept saying stuff like, "Watch those wrist rockets, for the Republic, and just like the simulations." And some stuff about capturing some power crystal or something for the Chancellor. Whatever that means, I bet he's a very happy man. Happy enough that I feel like he's planning a parade or something, given the 501st, they're heading directly to Coruscant as we're speaking right now. Man, what a great parade that's going to be. All the celebration, revelry, thunderous applause. Anyway, back to you, Bowtie.
Thank you. A little lost in the sauce. Now, onto our ongoing story. The cult is far worse than we could have possibly believed. The Jedi, once seen as keepers of the peace, are now no more than glorified soldiers led by the government. My, how the mighty have fallen. This means that, unlike our previous theory about them being a kitty-diddlin death cult, they appear to actually be a kitty-diddlin military cult, indoctrinating the youth into laying down their lives. How deplorable. Oh? It appears Jenna Vane is back with a live update. Let's tune in.
Hello again, Bowtie. Our cameras have captured some strange lights emitting from Chancellor Palpatine's office. It appears to be a lightsaber fight going down at this moment.
You heard it here, folks. Something is going down live, right now. What exactly is it? We can only speculate, but we'll be here through it all. Whatever is going on, though, we are positive the Jedi will pull through. After all, they are too big to fail. This just in, the Jedi have failed. What does this mean for the future of the Republic? We'll find out in due time. Huh. We are receiving a message, sent on an open channel for all to hear. Let's hear it.
Execute Order 66.
Well, we have no idea what Order 66 is, but it appears to be executed. What was that? Switch to a better topic. Alright, let's switch back over to Utapau to see how Obi-Wan Kenobi is doing with his quest for peace. Let's switch to a different Jedi. Oh. Oh my. It appears all the Jedi are dead. At least the younglings survived, right? This just in. This isn't for the faint of heart. It appears our original suspicions were correct. The Jedi indeed were a death cult, and the children, in a shocking turn of events, were also casualties of a horrific ritualistic sacrifice by the hands of those they were led to trust. So, to summarize what we all just witnessed, there is a fight in the Chancellor's office. Something called Order 66 has been executed. We still have no info on that. But suspiciously, immediately after that, it appears all the Jedi, the children included, have perished. Oh? It appears we are receiving a live feed from the Senate. Hopefully they can shed some light on the events that just transpired.
The Republic will be reorganized into the First Galactic Empire!
Well, there you have it, folks. It appears a new era has begun. One brought about through deceit and bloodshed. I suppose we have to change that graphic on the screen there to the logo of the new Galactic Empire. We should also replace this flag as well. There we go. What will this new era bring? We can only speculate right now. We will be here through thick and thin, however. I hope that's all we have for today. I need a drink after all this. Regardless, I'm Bowtie, saying goodnight and thank you for tuning in. Good evening, Coruscant. After an extended hiatus, the Coruscant United News team is back, and once again, public outcry has deemed that we need to change our acronym. So welcome to another broadcast of the Paper Usurping Suspicious Scandals, your new go-to for all things news. I'm Bowtie, and I'm here to apologize today for the extended hiatus. You see, with the rise of the Empire, we had some changes behind the scenes, mainly with management. Think of it like this. You're relaxing on some backwater planet, frying up some womp rats out of your questionably certified food cruiser. You gain notoriety for your use of those delicious Kessel spices. And your boss says, as long as you're following some food safety laws and nobody gets sick, you're good. Because he's just chill like that. Then suddenly the next day, some Karen murders your boss, claims to be the new manager, and says that she's going to transform your chill food cruiser into a highly acclaimed restaurant. Gordon Ramsay who? Forget 5 stars, we're now aiming for 6. Overnight, everything changes, and you're suddenly expected to change your entire way of life seemingly overnight. We love our new Imperial overlords, though. Woo! Go Papa Palps! Our top story today features Domestic Terrorists, the miscreants you need to look out for, followed by our new ongoing story and our segment with our war correspondent, a little lost in the sauce. But first, our weather and traffic segment. Now, returning viewers may remember Jenna Vane from last year, our previous weather correspondent. She did not vibe with the Empire's involvement here and has gone off to seek better opportunities. We wish her the best in her endeavors. That being said, we currently have not hired on a replacement, so I will be doing this week's weather and traffic report. Alright, cut to the camera on the balcony. I'll meet you there, okay? Cool. We couldn't find a closer balcony. Whew. Alright, just give me a second. Good evening, me. Just like every day here, the weather is nice and clear, and the traffic seems normal. Not seeing any issues. No traffic jams. Yeah, looks all good. I'm sorry, I'm not a weatherman. Back to you, me. Thank you, me. Now, onto our breaking news. There have been multiple reports of domestic terrorism throughout the galaxy, consisting of small rebel sects attempting to hit the Empire where it hurts. Bold of them to assume our Empire has any weak spots to begin with. What you need to know, though, is what to do if you happen to spot any rebel activity. The best thing you can do is report the incident to the nearest Imperial official or new government-sanctioned armed personnel known locally as the Imperial Stormtrooper Corps. You'll recognize these armed personnel by the new updated armor worn by them, which contrasts to those used by the old clone troopers, most notably in the helmet. Make sure you approach a stormtrooper and not an old clone trooper. It shouldn't be too hard, as we've received word that the Empire is slowly phasing out those old fossils anyway. They've served their purpose, now out with the old and in with the new. When reporting that incident, make sure to use the term Rebel Scum for any and all suspicious activity. No matter the severity of the offense, the Imperial Stormtrooper Corps will handle the potential threat as swiftly as possible. Coming up, we have our war segment, followed by our ongoing story about sightings of a potential superweapon lingering in the stars. But first, a word from our sponsors. Now that most of the Jedi have fallen from their ivory tower and their glow sticks are in the hands of the wealthy collectors instead of pompous hypocrites, it's time for a new regime to reign supreme, and there's only one logical candidate here. No, not them. Don't make me laugh. Close, but not quite. We're talking about the Galactic Empire. Got a pesky band of rebels you want taken down? Want to rat out a Jedi who managed to survive the Purge? Well, the Empire has your back. By simply succumbing your entire planet, freedom, and well-being to the Empire, we will, in turn, provide you with constant surveillance at all times, an ever-increasing military presence, and the potential deaths of all those you hold dear. The Galactic Empire. Just like a broken pencil, resistance is pointless. Stormtroopers are made for this. Made for the calling only side characters and death fodder can answer. Made from an unshakable belief in our empire and the strength that comes from the determination to only hit your targets when the plot allows. And you won't have to earn your place among us, because we'll accept just about anybody. Because you don't join the Stormtroopers, you become one. Now, over to our war correspondent, a little lost in the sauce.
Thank you. I am lost in the sauce with the war correspondence. Well, yeah, there's not much. I mean, like, I don't know, we got a war on... Yeah, no, the rebels haven't been invented yet. Hold on, let me get an updated map right quick. Nope, that's just still ours. Oh, yeah, no, there's not much. Or at least nothing public. Not that I'm a dissenter or anything. Like, that'd be weird. Well, I guess I should probably talk about something else that's vaguely conflict related. I'm being contracted to speak at you guys for at least the next couple moments. Well, I mean, I guess we can glaze Hondo Naka a bit. I mean, he just like Luffy for real. And whilst I am now parroting certain creators, let's open up the old homework folder and see what's in there. Hopefully it's not anything, too diabolical. Oh wow, that's actually schematics to some sort of moon. Hopefully it's just a moon. Let me just look over these documents to confirm the reports. Yugoslavia, Dobby stretches, planets. Yeah, I bet Mr. Hands was horsing around. Anyway, it appears that I have read something incredibly redacted, and I will not be sharing it with the rest of you guys. So I'm just gonna have to trust that you guys didn't clip any of those previous images of... You didn't see anything. And even if you did see anything, those peacekeepers, those Jedi would have done the exact same thing. Remember, guys, the official stance of the Empire is as followed. It did not happen. And if it did happen, then of course they deserved it. And if they didn't deserve it, it simply didn't happen. You feeling me? You feel where I'm at? Yeah, see, it all makes sense when you really just listen to the Empire. All hail the glorious Moffs in charge of the local sectors. All hail Vader, he's a real big fan of barbecues, I hear. And all hail Palpatine, my favorite guy who looks like a ball sack. Ah, that reduced my social credit. Did I at least earn enough for a cracker? This is bullshit. Back to you, Bowtie.
Finally, onto our ongoing story. It has come to our attention that some conspiracy theories have surfaced, claiming that a massive superweapon has been spotted in the night skies, mainly over planets who have not yet embraced the safety of the Empire. Well, our station reached out to some of the higher-ups in the Empire, and each and every one has discredited these theories. Fear not, citizens. The Theorists are nothing more than either crazed lunatics who have taken one too many death sticks, or they're rebel scum looking to cause instability within the Empire. Either way, there is no evidence of a massive superweapon looming among the stars, and those planets that have been suddenly reduced to rubble are clearly not connected in any way to these outlandish theories. What was that? I didn't mention the destroyed planets until just now. But that's all the time we have for today. Make sure to tune in next time for constant updates of the galaxy around us and the continuation of our ongoing story. I'm Bowtie saying goodnight and thank you for tuning in. Good evening, Coruscant. We really need to hire someone to review these acronyms because this is getting ridiculous. Apparently, once again, last week's acronym was deemed not cash money. So we had to change it. Again. So welcome to another broadcast of the paper-emulating National Enquirer sellouts, your new go-to for all things news. I'm Bowtie, and I bought a table. I assembled it before we began filming, but let me tell you, it was a hassle. I lost a vital screw in the assembly process, but don't worry, I finally found one that fit. Just had to unscrew it from some device in a room labeled Coruscant Weather Control Network. Odd name for the janitor's closet, but whatever. Our top story today features a shocking turn of events that unfolded earlier today on the planet Scarif, followed by our war segment with our war correspondent, a little lost in the sauce, and finally, our ongoing story about a fabled superweapon lurking in the night sky. But first, our weather and traffic report.
This is crazy! I've never seen the weather quite like this. There's high winds and rain, and a visible fog layer. That's not right at all. According to old legends, the rain shouldn't fall until after sundown and the fog should be gone by 8 a.m. What's going on? It's almost as if the WeatherNet system is failing or something. I'm getting out of the storm. Back to you, me.
Ugh. That is absolutely insane. Hey, someone go check on the WeatherNet system and radio back to me. In the meantime, you should know why I bought this table. You see, there was a package outside the studio this morning. Now, after confirming it wasn't anything harmful, we figured we'd show it off real quick. There, it's a lever. Not sure what it does though, so let's see what happens. It seems the lever is stuck. I can't get it to pivot around the fulcrum. Yeah, no matter how hard I pull, the fulcrum won't allow the lever to budge. This is the only reference to fulcrum that you're getting in these videos. Oh well. Oh, yeah? The WeatherNet is missing a screw? Well, what moron decided to take a screw out of one of the most important machines on the entire planet? You found a replacement? Okay, good. Take an extra 30 seconds on your 5-minute break today. You earned it, champ. Now, on to our breaking news. Earlier today, there was a rebel attack on the Empire's base on the planet Scarif. Mass amounts of damage was done. It was quite the tragedy. Many were killed, the base was destroyed, the shield was destroyed, and unfortunately, our own Director Orson Krennic was among the casualties. Clearly, this rebel problem has begun to spiral out of control to a frightening degree. Their small ground team was completely wiped out, thankfully, but they managed to destroy 2 Star Destroyers as well. When will they learn that they cannot win? When will all this senseless violence be enough? Only time will tell. Coming up, our war segment, followed by our ongoing story. But first, a word from our sponsors.
Hey kids, do you want to see violence? You want to fry droids, bugs, people? Well, thanks to the Republic's horrible levels of incompetence, their weapons manufacturers overproduced. So many of these little devices here. They're beautiful little devices called droid poppers. You throw them at a droid and they just go boo, and they disable the droid. It's awesome. Here's a clip. See how effective that is against droids? Now try it against bugs, or even better, people. Great for any family gatherings in which there are some of those dirty aliens at. You know, you're just sitting there at the park, minding your own business with the family. and suddenly you see a Nemoidian. Fortunately for you guys, Nemoidians are walking representations that there is no god, or if there is, he definitely picks favorites and Nemoidians are not them. But bottom line, you can't blast them because unfortunately certain laws are in place and you can't just shoot Nemoidians on sight. But what you can do is fry them with a little compact grenade, and there's no evidence. Just send one of these bad boys out and boom, a whole family of Nemoidians can just be taken out, leaving your trip to the park secure and human, just as Imperial authorities mandate. They were originally built for droids, and they still work really well. I mean, if your droid misbehaves, you can just fry him. Not even much you can do about it. He's just sitting there, beep-butting along, and then suddenly, pooh, nope, not no more. Removing, of course, at least one more headache from your busy day. So I highly recommend you just buy a handful. You never know if you need to secure your family's safety from the sight of a Skikoan or a Togruta, or one of those dirty bastards that walk around on their arms and their feet are all around. You don't have to worry about nowadays Geonosians. They've been gotten rid of. I think I might eat them all. Absolutely no one can stop me. But other than that, buy the grenades. They're fun.
Hey, now I know what you're thinking. Aren't you that incredibly tall and handsome guy, Kevin Hart? Well, sorry to disappoint, but identity theft is a crime. I'm Space Kevin Hart. I'm Spevin Shart. And you know what I like doing more than acting alongside the Sprock? Something I can do while relaxing in my high-rise Coruscantian apartment. Kessel Run Sports Betting. Bet 5 credits, get 200 in bonus bets instantly, don't mind if I do. With a simple click of a few buttons, you can win more credits than you'll know what to do with. Oh look, some hippie and his dog in a Corellian light freighter just set a new record of less than 12 parsecs. Good thing I bet those free 200 bonus bets on them. But don't just take betting advice from me. We brought in an experienced racer as well, just to sway your judgment. Meet Sebulba. Yeah, Sebulba here met his unfortunate end on the pod racing track he loved so dear. But we excavated his remains just for this ad. I think this is him, at least. They all look the same. Kessel Run Sports Betting. Why bet anywhere else? Alright, now someone get this green paint off me. Oh man, lost again. Alright, one more bet. All in this time. Oh, we're back? Now over to our war correspondent, a little lost in the sauce.
Thank you, Bowtie Productions. Well, there seems to be a fuck ton of rebel activity. And I mean everywhere. We're talking like Tatooine, we're talking Scarif. There's probably motherfuckers posted up on Mandalore right now. They're probably on Felucia. You ever deal with an ant infestation? Yeah, imagine that, but 10 times worse. You got Alderaan, where they're stockpiling who knows what, goddamn weapons and bullshit, and there seems to be a merry band of bastards. Yeah, they're riding around in the ship called the Ghost, doing merry band of bastard shit. There's a clone uprising on Kamino right now. Hell, they are on planets I had never even heard of before. Thankfully, the Empire is searching for wherever they choose to call home, or wherever their hideout might be. So, who knows how long it'll take for that to happen, but it is being looked for. Anyway, off to Yavin with me, because I'm off to pursue some leads on the rebel activity, and I may or may not have found out that there may or may not be something on Yavin 4, that little moon. Now, I heard it was just a bunch of temples, but who knows what kind of shenanigans is happening there. It's probably just nothing. And for all we know, the old monks are just back at it again, being all mystical and weird. But hey, I'm just going to consider it a vacay, being paid for by the news station. Thank you, Bowtie. This war correspondency was sponsored by a good old tumbler full of numbskull whiskey, because I needed something to get out of this. But the weird thing is, I even found rebels in the whiskey. Lost in the sauce out.
Finally, onto our ongoing story. After a tiny snafu during our war segment last broadcast, we got in contact with the higher-ups of the Empire, and have been given permission to disclose the following information. The conspiracy theorists were correct. There is a massive superweapon looming in the night sky. The Empire's new weapon, the Death Star, was manufactured for the sole purpose of eliminating rebel threats. If the Empire takes out all the troublemakers, then nobody will be left to oppose us. It's simple math. That being said, we have also received word that just before the Scarif base was destroyed, the rebels managed to leak the Death Star plans directly to their friends and acquaintances. So if anyone spots any sort of rebel scum activity, we once again urge you to immediately notify the nearest stormtrooper or Imperial officer. Who knows what could happen if the rebel scum managed to make a copy of the Death Star plans. Best to wipe them out before they try anything drastic. Damn, lost again. What? No, I don't have a problem. I can quit anytime I want. But that's all we have for today. Make sure to tune in next time for constant updates of the galaxy around us and the continuation of our ongoing story. I'm Bowtie, saying goodnight, and thank you for tuning in. Damn it! Alright, one more bet. Good evening, Coruscant. Apologies for the cover of the intro song. Due to excessive swearing in the last video, the Empire has severely cut our funding. However, that won't stop us from doing what we do best. Once again, the acronym became an issue, but we have a new one that I am sure cannot be taken any crude way whatsoever. We really cooked on this one, dear viewers. So, welcome to another broadcast of the Variety Agency perpetuating ongoing results elongated on the news. VAPOREON, your new go-to for all things news. I'm Bowtie. And hey guys, did you know that in terms of male human and female Pokemon breed, so there truly are no laws against the Pokemon, Batman. Oh, lost again. These Kessel Run sports bets are really drying out my pockets. Alright, I'll in again. Our top story today features a shock nobody saw coming. Apparently, a princess has been in league with the rebel scum. Following our top story, we have our war segment with our war correspondent, a little lost in the sauce, and finally our ongoing story following the Death Star, the Empire's superweapon in the skies. But first, our weather and traffic report. Spiders! Get them off! Get them off! Get them off! Okay. Thank you, me. With the WeatherNet system repaired, the weather has returned to normal. Traffic seems to be normal too. Tell you what though, we may be lacking funding right now, but at least someone can dust these webs away, right? Because that was horrifying. I wouldn't stand a chance on Kashyyyk. Back to you, me. Thank you, me. Now, onto our breaking news. After the Battle of Scarif, Lord Vader managed to track down the ship that received the illegal transmission from the rebel scum who infiltrated our ranks. Surprisingly though, aboard the ship was none other than Princess Leia Organa of Alderaan. This means she has clearly been in league with the rebel scum. No worries, though. The traitor to the Empire has been apprehended. We have also received word that the rebels did in fact create one single copy of the Death Star plans. The plans have not been located as of now, however. Coming up, our war segment, followed by our ongoing story. But first, a word from our sponsors. Oh, hold on, bring us back. I just received word that on top of the Empire cutting our funding, both of our ad sponsors for this week also pulled out. So, I guess let's hop over to our war segment with our war correspondent a little lost in the sauce.
What are you doing here? Really? Ah, man, I gotta get back to war corresponding. I thought I was on vacay. Oh, I guess not? Okay, fine, whatever. I'm on Alderaan at a 7-Eleven. Well, let me take you through the process. So currently, I'm filling up the ship. Hopefully, you know, the rest of the trip goes well. Yeah, there's an extra moon. I don't remember the guide saying that. Well, it's kind of glowing, kind of weird, but probably nothing. So I'm just gonna go inside and grab myself a. You know what? I'll grab myself a burrito. Well, I guess the camera crew can just follow me into the 7-Eleven. Come on, let's go. What do you want? Oh, you can't speak while you're rolling? Oh, fine, whatever. I'm getting you a f***ing... You're getting a Sprite. I'm getting you a Sprite, and you're getting a... You're getting a Fanta. F*** you. Oh, hey, Organa. Step aside. Trying to get a burrito here. On second thought, I don't think I want one. You know, one of those might be a bad idea. Anyway, any new rumors, Mr. 7-Eleven employee? Any war correspondency, perhaps? Right. I don't speak this language. Okay, don't say it's the same as Galactic Common. You're speaking like Alderaanian or something, and I can't understand your way of speaking. It's too far out of my league and way past my pay grade. I'll just take a bag of space Skittles. All right, let's blow this joint. Let's get out of here. Off to Yavin.
Finally, onto our ongoing story. It appears the princess attempted to fool Lord Vader and Grand Moff Tarkin by disclosing a random planet as the location of the rebel base. Don't worry, though. Our higher-ups are much wiser than she thinks, and showed the princess who's boss. We have just gotten word from our own war segment that Alderaan was apparently destroyed. Let's review the footage. Alright, we have Alderaan. Oh, the Death Star is approaching. Here we go. Huh? Damn, lost again. No, I missed it. Hold on. One more bet. Okay, run the footage back. Okay, here we go. No, another loss? What are the odds? Alright, one more. No, I missed it again? Okay, well, whatever. 1 minute Alderaan is there, the next is a pile of rubble. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what happened. The princess was rescued, though, by a plucky band of misfits or something. Let's get a closer look. Alright, let's see. We have this Joker, who clearly thinks he's the main character. Some gold guy. A trash can. Some hipster and his dog. And... oh shit! Is that former Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi? He's still alive? Whoa, crazy! An actual living legend. Oh, he's confronting Lord Vader. Oh. Never mind. Obi-Wan Kenobi is, in fact, no longer a living legend. Rip to the goat, I guess. No, another loss? Alright, one more. What was that? Oh? Alright. We have just received word that the hippies' ship, the Millennial Falcon, is currently being tracked. Perhaps they'll lead us directly to the rebels' hidden base. But that's all we have for today. Make sure to tune in next time for constant updates of the galaxy around us and the continuation of our ongoing story. I'm Bowtie, saying goodnight, and thank you for tuning in. Another loss. God, I'm so far in debt. What am I gonna do? At least no one will question me staying here late, since I got evicted, I guess. Oh, alright, it's payday. Let's get this. Wait. It's payday. Good evening, Coruscant. We'd like to begin this broadcast with a special thank you to our kind and caring Emperor for restoring our funding. After watching last week's episode, he must have seen just how run down we are without his aid. That, or he may be genuinely concerned about his hearing due to our credit store version of the intro, and thus wanted to avoid that, again, at all cost. Regardless, since we once again need to rebrand, we decided this week's acronym needs to look towards the future, given our second chance. So welcome to another broadcast of the Knowledge Acquired Bulletin observing ongoing milestones, your new go-to for all things news. I'm Bowtie, and I feel really good about this acronym. Surely nothing will go wrong this time, right? Our layout is a bit different this week. Our war correspondent, a little lost in the sauce, is currently in the field searching for the rebel base on Yavin 4 as we speak, so we will be checking in periodically with him. Don't worry though, while his segment will take the place of our top story today, we will still have our ongoing story following the Death Star, the Empire's superweapon lurking in the skies. But first, our weather and traffic report. Thank you, me. Once again, we have another perfect day on Coruscant. The weather is clear and the traffic is as normal as ever. That's all I have for today, as we have much more important things to cover. Back to you, me. Thank you, me. I was right. We do have much more important things to cover today. Let's check in with our war correspondent, a little lost in the sauce, live from Yavin 4.
Well, I'm gonna reference the 7 words out of spite.
No, you cannot cuss. We already got in trouble once for that.
Fuck do you mean I can't swear? Who got pissy over a few fucking spicy words?
Don't you dare, I'll pull out the censor button myself if I have to.
That's just a bag of dicks. Anyway, we'll try to stop swearing. I won't cock this one up. Whoa, holy tits. That's a big ass temple. Shit's absolutely bussin'. That motherfucker's flying right into the temple. This is seemingly where they store some ships, like a hangar. Let me get the binoculars right quick so I can see who's in charge here. Yeah, those rebel cocksuckers are being led by that cunt over there. Oh, I've been spotted.
Alright. Well, coming up, we'll check back in with him, followed by our ongoing story. But first, a word from our sponsors. That's right, they're back this week too.
got a body count? Take too many lives and can't focus on anything but the ever-creeping regret of your actions? Well, we can't help with those issues, but we can hide the bodies! For the low cost of you taking a moment to start reflecting on your actions and go to...
Redacted.
We will dispose of the body or bodies and hand you cold, hard credits. Thick, throbbing credits. We cannot disclose what we do with the bodies, but we don't sell them to the Wookiees. Nope, absolutely not. We are a regular corpse recycling business. Send the discarded vessels of the innocent or inconvenient more than twice a year, and you'll be eligible for our rewards membership, where you can earn points and prizes like new blasters and ice cream. Cash for corpses. They may be gone, but they can still make you money.
Have you ever been told to touch grass by some random person online? Have you ever thought of how hot that phrase is? You've just been told that your ass is grass. Aren't you just a little jealous of grass? There is just a little bit of ass in grass. Is why we are now advertising the new dating app for grass. Hot, desperate blades of grass need you to just touch them. Touch grass. The grass needs it. Get hot and bothered with grass today. The new app needs your download. It doesn't. We're not here to steal your data. Except for when we do. You'll come within seconds. Except for when you don't. We're not censored by the Imperials. We are. Touch grass. Touch grass. Even the Imperial censorship agrees. We don't. Touch grass today. We've got grass of all varieties. The small normal stuff that you find on Naboo. The stuff that you find on Corellia. Even not grass like sand. Everyone loves sand. Except for when they don't. In terms of male, human, and normal grass reproduction, did you know the Corellian stuff is the most compatible with Corellia's natural industrial capabilities? A lot of that productive capabilities have seeped into its grass, and now it's given such a life, such a durability to the grass. You can just go at it with the grass all night. What? Like this grass was built for human dick. This broadcast has been censored by the Imperial Authority. The rest of the ad's scheduled runtime will now be replaced with... not that. By Imperial War Bonds, Hail the Emperor, Hail the Moff, Hail Vader. Okay, and the rest of the censorship is going. We don't censor anything. We're just making sure you don't hear the rest of this. All right, and we'll allow you guys to cut back. The Grass app. Download now for hot grass. You can find us on any social media in the Empire, such as Imperial Snapchat, Imperial TikTok, Imperial Facebook. Hell, we're on the f***ing billboard in front of the Imperial Denny's. We're even playing in front of the Denny's. In the grass, of course. Roll around in the grass with us.
I've been thinking. I know you watch these. Something just isn't sitting right with me. Like, I can't quite place my finger on it, but I feel like something catastrophic is going to happen soon. Did you get the Superweapon insurance on the Death Star? Please tell me you did. Like, look at the years here, right? 3 BBY, 2 BBY, now we're at 1 BBY. I don't know what BBY is, but it's obviously some sort of countdown, right? Like, this can't be a coincidence. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. Now, on to our next check-in with our war correspondent, a little lost in the sauce. Any updates on your end, Saucy?
This is Lost in the Sauce reporting from the middle of the woods. I was spotted and I had to flee the immediate scene, and you know what? I'm kinda lost. But hey, look, a bucket on a stick.
What the hell is even that?
A shotgun?
No, not the shotgun, the creature behind you.
Oh, him. He's just a silly little guy I found. His name is... Steve.
Chicken jockey?
Death is only an illusion.
Yeah, hear that? He's friend.
You are not bringing that thing back with you.
Well, you can f*** off with that shit. He's friend.
So you can that's why we better regulation to leave. Oh, so you're again. Send you for friend.
Well, I'm not entirely sure what he just said, but I think it was just the song of his people. Anyway, back to news real quick. X, Y, and A wings are all taking off from the weird temple base. Seems like a disrespect of a religious monument, but whatever, that they're using it as a base. Either way, they're launching a massive attack at the space station. Whose money is on the fact that they're cooked? Yeah, no, Yavin is absolutely cooked. No shot they're beating this. This planet's gonna get blown the f*** up just like Alderaan. Wait a minute. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to dodge the laser attack. Backwards, long jump, go! Ow, fuck, shit, ow, fuck.
Alright, we'll give him a moment. Now, onto our ongoing story. With the Rebel base confirmed to be located on Yavin 4, we have received word that the Death Star has reached this sector and is currently awaiting a clear shot. We are moments away from history, as the Rebel scum get completely pardoned from life. Unfortunately, our war correspondent is currently on Yavin 4 and probably won't have enough time to escape. While that is a tragedy, at least we'll have cameras picking up the events unfolding in real time. Let's check back in with him, shall we? Alright, the Death Star is almost fully in view. This is going to be one quick battle of Yavin. Wait a second. Battle of Yavin. BBY, before the Battle of Yavin. Shit, it's not a year. It's a prophecy. No. It's a trap. Palps, you got the insurance, right? Oh, I'm so dead. As you have all seen right there, live, the Death Star has been destroyed. It appears, against all odds, the rebels managed to find a weakness in the design and exploit it. I guess that copy of the plans really did make a difference. Alright. There's something I have to address before we conclude this broadcast, as you viewers deserve to know the truth if we don't come back after today. Everyone come close. Yes, even you crew members that never get shown. Is the link still connected to A Little Lost in the Sauce?
Holy crap. They actually did it. Well, this calls for a dance break. Down the pole. Let's go.
Brains are only the pilot of the bone mech, wearing meat armor.
Good. How do I put this? So, if you haven't noticed, I've been a bit, addicted to gambling lately. So addicted. And I was so sure the Death Star was unbeatable that I may have gambled away all of your paychecks. Now, it's okay. As long as we stick together as a team, a family even, we'll get through this together. Don't worry about that silly little wage theft. You traitors. Every last one of ya. But that's all we have for today. Make sure to tune in next time, once the heat dies down, for constant updates of the galaxy around us. It's over. Come out with your hands up. You'll never take me alive.
Who invited this guy? Oh yeah? Well, I've got a little trick you cringe wizards don't really like. Oh, you're just gonna interrupt me? Sith monologue? So, say by some chance I'm getting bored of hearing this. Bye.